Hi, I'm Perry Atkinson, General Manager here at theDove. Hey, check out our other videos and check out our website at thedove.us. Welcome back. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and we are delighted to have on focus today Randy Sharp. Now, he's the Director of Special Projects for American Family Association, and we have a variety of their staff on throughout the year, and it's a tremendous organization. He's also one of the contributing writers to the AFA Journal, which is a monthly publication with approximately 150,000 subscribers. And again, afa.net's their website, afa.net. It is a tremendous resource and so much information there, so check it out. Hi, Randy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Perry. Good morning.
Yeah, good to see you. Well, listen, you've come up with your naughty or nice list. Tell us about it.
Well, about 9 years ago, AFA put together the AFA Annual Naughty and Nice list, in which we rate the top 100 national retailers and how they incorporate Christmas into all of their advertising medium. And through a strategy of looking at newspaper ads and Facebook pages and emails that these companies send out, we're able to grade these companies on whether they deserve to be on the good list or they deserve a sack of coal for Christmas.
Wow. You know, this is kind of the genesis of the whole organization of AFA, right?
It is activism. We want to make a difference in our culture. We saw back in 1977, when American Family Association began, that there was a secularization going on, and it was a disturbing trend. And we knew that Christians and people of faith needed to stand up, take a stand, and speak out and try to push back a little bit and say Christ is the center of this country. It's founded on biblical and Christian values, and we're not going to give them up lightly. We're going to fight for what we believe in. We're going to fight for our faith.
Good for you. All right, so who are the great offenders this year?
Well, you know, I want to preface that, Perry, with saying that 9 years ago, 80% of the top 100 retailers in America were using generic happy holiday, season greetings, politically correct greetings in all of their advertising. But through our campaign of contacting these companies and having you and your listeners and good folks all across America letting these companies know that we are Christmas shopping. We want to see Christmas. Today, we can say that 80% of the national retailers now acknowledge and use Christmas often in all of their advertising. But there are a few holdouts.
Okay.
And let me just mention that this year, each year, AFA calls for a Christmas boycott of one particular company. And this year, this company, we've asked and begged them for 6 years. Just listen to us. Hear our concerns. This is a company that adamantly refuses to use the word or the term Christmas in all of their advertising, although, Perry, they are distinctly advertising and marketing to Christmas shoppers. And that company is PetSmart, the pet food and pet toy store. It's a national chain. And for 6 years, this company has rejected all pleas to even use the word Christmas in any of their advertising. So we're asking good folks all across America, number one, to boycott PetSmart through Christmas, and number two, let PetSmart know why you won't be shopping with them. We believe that if enough people will stand up and make their voice heard, that PetSmart they'll get the message. And next year, hopefully, things will be different.
Wow. You know what's so interesting? I have grown to almost, I can't say anger, but I can tell you a deep hurt in my heart when I see the term Xmas. It just drives me crazy. I can't stand it.
Yeah, X stands for the unknown, and we learned that in 5th grade math class.
Yeah.
And there is unknown. Christ is not the unknown. He's the great I am. And I get emotional when I talk about what Christ has done in my life and the meaning that his birth and the celebration of his birth at Christmas, what it means to me. And for companies to try to market their wares to me and get me to spend my hard-earned money with them, yet they don't want to acknowledge the reason of the season, that hurts me deeply too.
Okay. Let's go over to the nice list. Who's turning around and who's staying on top?
There are a couple of great companies out there that celebrate Christmas exclusively throughout this year. You see it in their stores, you see it in their commercials, you see it on their Facebook page, you see it in their email marketing campaigns. And we always highlight 4 or 5 companies that, we have to understand that, Perry, these are companies, they're not religious companies, they're businesses, and they're out to make money for their investors, and we understand that. But these companies seem to go above and beyond what you would normally expect. And this year on our list, we're glad to announce that companies like Hobby Lobby, you would expect that at Hobby Lobby, but well-known companies like Lowe's Home Improvement Stores and Walmart stores. When you look at Sears, when you go into Sears, you'll see Merry Christmas signs throughout the store. When you go into Walmart, you'll see a Christmas shop, a specially designated area for all kinds of Christmas resources, your trees, your bows, your wrappings. And then they also sell religious items that pertain to Christmas and to this time of the year. So those are 3 companies that we're glad to recommend that you consider shopping at. We don't endorse any company, but we can say that when it comes to Christmas, these companies top the list.
What about media, Randy? Are you guys tracking that? I mean, any networks that are improving or getting worse? Do you track that?
Yeah, each year all of the networks seem to have some of their Christmas-themed programs that air 2, 3, or 4 weeks leading up to Christmas Day. And there are a lot of feel-good stories that basically they're out of the normal fare of what you would find at ABC, NBC, or CBS. So much sex and violence and profanity, but it seems like during this time of the year, the networks seem to tone it down and put some more family-friendly genre programs on the air. And that's great that families can sit down and enjoy a good Christmas movie together. They bring back some of the old ones. Perry, I know you remember growing up with Miracle on 34th Street every year on television.
Why are we both smiling here?
Yeah, because we're both old and we remember that. And who can forget Bedford Falls and Jimmy Stewart and It's a Wonderful Life? These are timeless treasures. Right. And we're glad that it seems like the networks seem to bring those back and present those to our families so we can enjoy them together.
Randy, is this list on your website?
It is, Perry. Listeners can go to afa.net/Christmas list, afa.net/Christmas list, and you can also contact these companies. If you'll go to the naughty side of the ledger, you can click on any of the companies listed, and we provide their Facebook page, an email address, a phone number, and you can contact these companies and let them know, I'm not going to shop at your stores this year because.
Okay, or if they are supporting Christmas, thank you for doing it.
Absolutely.
Some have said, Randy, boycotts don't work, but AFA's been pretty successful. In fact, if you go back to the beginning days, you were Phil Donahue's nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Our founder, Dr. Don Wildman and Phil Donahue, they had their battles. And over time, we see that Phil Donahue is no longer on the air. He was pulled off. And Perry, we have to say it wasn't Don Wildman or American Family Association. It was people like your listeners who care enough to get involved, to make a difference, and to let their voice be heard. And when we gather together in numbers, we speak great volumes to networks, to advertisers, to corporations. We can make a difference, and we will make a difference if we will stand for righteousness and if we will stand together as one.
All right, I just want to say it's afa.net and you'll / Christmas list, but afa.net, the whole website, I mean, it is a wonderful resource, and AFA deserves your support. Randy, one of my growing concerns is that even amongst programming that would maybe be attractive to the whole family, and even sports events, they'll slip in a very risque ad. And it's kind of like it just blindsides you, it just hits you in the face. Is anything being done in that area?
Well, we know that there are certain ads for enhancement ads. So we'll leave it at that, Perry.
Okay.
And I think everyone will know these these companies are acting very irresponsibly to air these during family program or even before 10 or 11 p.m. at night when most children are still up and maybe in front of the TV. And then it's the network's responsibility. They're governed by the Federal Communications Commission. They're licensed, just like your station is, to have certain standards. And we feel like these standards are being violated. So the only recourse really is to go to the Federal Communications Commission website, fcc.gov. And they've set up a site where if you see one of these inappropriate ads at a time that shouldn't be airing, you can file a complaint against that network or that television station and ask the FCC to investigate and find out why these inappropriate ads are airing before the safe haven hours, which are 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
The FCC has said, so you can't air some ads.
What you're primarily saying, this is a network decision. I mean, just recently we know that after the Charlie Brown special, that network programming promotion ad ran. It was very poor.
Yes.
But it was deliberate. It was in your face.
Oh, absolutely. And the Parents Television Council has called them to the carpet, and there should be complaints filed with the Federal Communications Commission. This network acted irresponsibly and damaged the minds of no telling how many children, Perry, were affected by what they saw. And it shouldn't be, a parent should not have to race for the remote control to change the channel when you're watching a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah. Hey, I got to go, Randy. Merry Christmas to all of you there at AFA. Thank you for what you guys do.
Thank you,
we really cherish our partnership with you guys, and keep up the good work. Look forward to having you back. And again, it's afa.net/Christmas list if you want to check that out. Thanks, Randy. God bless you, friend.
Merry Christmas.
All right, see you later. We'll see you next time on Focus Today.